I don't see anything there because we do things in life that, that is burdensome, that is costly. So why making it as a special case? But the other part of what the woman said, which is right, that some people carelessly bring children to this world which they are not ready to take the responsibility, or maybe they assume that it's not. They don't know what they are going into, and yet they did it.
But do you really think that people really know what they're going into when it comes to having kids? Because every experience is, peculiar.
But some people want it.
Yeah, I can want. Look. I can want something. I can see a very handsome guy, and I want him, but I don't know what I'm going in for because he might be a crazy person.
But you're supposed to have known yourself in the first place.
It's not a one-size-fits-all. It's not the same experience for everybody. You have to also come to terms with that,
I understand that it's everybody, but welcome to the world. This is the world we are living in. You're supposed to, now when it hits you, this is what it's all about. Yes, you learn from it. You ask questions. You start learning. But for you to, I don't think there is much the ladies said anyway that about children. We do things. If you eat today, it's expected in 6-8 hours, or by the next day that you are going to visit the toilet. Of course, it's an obvious thing. Then the part, I like what she said about people carelessly. Yes, but we need to tell them that, hey, you are a human being, you are an adult, and there will be time if you do these things. These are the consequences.
Okay.
You should learn from others.
All right.
Yes, the woman's perspective make a little bit of sense, in the sense that when those who carelessly bring children to life, to the world, they create problems. But for the aspect of saying that it slow down career, I'm not satisfied with that.
But it might not be your experience. It might be her experience. It might be another person's experience. If your children didn't slow down your career, doesn't mean that that's not her experience.
She is making a general statement. She's not saying it on her own perspective or as her personal problem. She's saying it as a general statement to everybody. So you beg for the children. You brought these children. You decided that you were going to bring these children. So you cannot make it look as if they are slowing down your career. More so, what career?
Sorry. What do you mean by make it look like? If you have to stop working, if you have to be at home because you cannot afford a nanny, it's expensive, or you're not even you have trust issues and you can't trust your child with another person. Of course, that is you not being able to work again for another year or two.
The children were you brought them to life. You invited them. You knew you had a career before you invited these children. So it is your choice. It is your and then which career? Is there any career without a child? If you have a career without a child, what are you going to use? What is the career for? Career without family or continuation of life.
I'm sorry. No, sir. What is priority to you might not be priority to another person. So don't please.
Yes,
No. You can't say that what is career without family. There are people who don't care about that. I know people who are married and don't want kids. That's their life. So you can't judge them because that's not what you want.
Agreed, but she made a general statement, and I'm only commenting on the statement she made, which is general. She didn't personalize it. I hope you get that clear, that she didn't personalize it. She's making it as this is a problem to the society. If she had personalized it, that, to me, this is what it is, then one would understand from that perspective.
Again, it's her words, not mine. But thank you very much for the healthy back and forth.
I think you should be ready for something before you bring it to the world. Some people are not ready at all, and they don't know what they are even going to. They just want to bring up children without taking care of them, and they become a problem to the society. That is how I see this matter that you bring up. But when you are ready to have children, if it is one you want to have it. If you want to pursue another career, you pursue it. After you through with that career, if you want to have another one, you have.
But you know that having children is not one person's choice. So one person might want to have one, and the partner wants two. So again, there's a lot of sacrificing that takes place.
Before you marry that man, tell him you want to have one. If he agrees with
And what if he
later-
agrees and then later on says, "Oh, but this baby's gonna be lonely. Let's have another."
that one will bring issue. For me, we can go a separate way. Yes, because we agree on
That means you don't love him.
which love. Love or my own happiness. I better forget that love. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. Very interesting conversation we're having here, yeah? Anyway, I'm asking, in case you're just joining us for the first time on this conversation, it's What's Up Lagos. I'm Mary Okon, and we're asking, how has having children, affected your life and your career and your finances? And what have you had to sacrifice? Because this lady is saying, and I want to reiterate what she said, children are a burden, she says. But I don't mean it in a bad way, because it is what it is. They often slow down careers. They're very costly and they're very time consuming. But it's sad that some are carelessly brought into the world by people unwilling to make those sacrifices.
The woman is quite right. Based on her experience, she spoke on her experience. And again, other people that have children, when you look at them, those who do not have, as regards to the position they are holding to look after their family, they might be discouraged because things are not in order. You carrying your children to daycare as early as 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock, only to come back by 8 o'clock again. That one is not a maternal care now. Then when they are growing up, you go and look for a housemaid who you do not know to cook for them. So they don't really see their parents, so they behave haywire. Then what are those children under the bridge? This is a result of not planning for them. And then when you talk about burden, not everybody can bear burden. So, and then they fall into it, they may run away. I know a man who ran away from family because he has 9 children. Then the woman continued managing.
But the woman didn't climb on top of herself to give 9 children. He had 1, he had 2, he kept going. Come on.
But maybe they don't know about family planning, and because the man used her as a family planning, because when a woman has just given birth, so stay up to 6 months, 1 year before they start menstruating again.
Okay, all right. It's morning radio. Thank you very much for calling.
For me, I think the woman is quite right. All the points mentioned. It's only in Africa that people just get married and start popping out kids without proper planning. You actually plan for kids, and you plan for the number you can actually take care of. That's your income. For instance, a man that earns 50,000 naira as salary, or even our 30,000 as minimum wage, you have no business with more than 1 child or even 2. That's just the truth. If you want to give those kids at least a good, not even quality life, maybe a fair life, as the word may be. So, but here people see giving birth as is their right. Once I get married, I start popping out children. It's only here in Nigeria I see people give birth for their brother that is rich. Meanwhile, the rich brother, yes, had 2. And the younger one will have.
Imagine 7. The irony.
And be hoping, I'm telling you the truth. And he will be hoping on the rich brother that had 2 kids with all his riches to come and train his 7 or 10 children. So people should learn that when the woman said it slows down your career, it's 100% fact. Most women, some even drop out of school taking care of children. I've seen it happen in my university days. So when a man start there and start arguing about something you don't know, I just feel he's not being truthful to himself.
Okay.
Yes, it may not be applicable to a man, but women do that a lot. And they slow down their career, it slow down their life entirely. Because here, we are used to abandoning child upbringing to the woman rather than being a co-parent between the two. Yes. The men always abandon it to the women. So I think these are just the challenges. It's a very huge one, and it's something one needs to look critically.
We need to talk about more often.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Ngozi. Very, very valid points you've made. But now it's become more like between the man and the woman now. So it means that this woman was somewhat right in saying that it slows down careers, and not necessarily for the parents, for the father, but for the mother. So the women are on the receiving end here. They get the short end of the stick. Is it?
Nothing. That statement is not bad, but one statement that is bad in that statement Yeah, children can be trouble sometimes, you have to do a lot. But saying they disturb your career or something, in the first place,
She didn't say disturb. She said they could slow down career.
Yes, they slow down your career. In the first place, why are you working?
Excuse
in the
me?
first place,
Sorry,
why are you building up a career?
Excuse me?
Do you want to make up the money? Because if you're having a career, the career is to make up the money. And if you make up the money, who will eat the money?
Sorry, sir. Pause. So you only have a career because you want to make money. Is that it? So you have nothing that makes you do what you do. You don't love it. You just work because you want to make money.
What you do, but your children don't stop you from doing what you're doing.
Oh yes, they can.
They can't.
Yes, they can. So,
as a mother, they don't. And I love that illustration that man gave.
I'm sorry, when she has to be at home to wean that child, and the office gives you only 6 months maternity leave, you have to go back. How do you do it?
You know something? I love that illustration that man gave. When he said, when you eat, you know the results. When you do, you know the results. And when it comes, you should take it.
So why is it that this only puts a dampener on the woman and not the man?
It's not only on the woman. One person has to work if one has to stop. We just have to understand.
But you just proved that woman right. She has to stop, right? What does that mean? Slowing down her career.
How does it slow down her career? If she stop and the child has grown to a certain
Is it possible that you're being insensitive in this conversation because you already have a bias? Because I'm trying to understand. You say this and I attack you and then you go back.
Bias. It's like
it sounds
telling
that
your
way.
child. It's like having a child and telling that child that when I give birth to you, you slow down my career. How would the child feel? I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm listening. I'm trying to understand what you mean.
So, if you know you can't put up such words to your child, why will you say, my child is slowing down my career?
How about you, the man, take on some responsibility?
For me, I love it when people say, when you get married and you start doing the do, you know you will have children. Except if you don't want to have children,
unfortunately, when you have the children, it's one person that's left with the burden.
Like, number one, you don't want to see them like liability that they will cause problem in your life. You don't want to see them as they will slow down your career. Yes, they may do it, but it should not even come out of your mouth.
I see. So this conversation should not be had. They should just die in silence.
You are not dying in silence. Nobody asked you to do the do.
I see. So people can actually choose not to have kids, right?
Yes.
Perfect. You and I in agreement. Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate it.